Hello, I'm Kelly. This is Isolation Protocol Day 222. Oh my gosh, 222 days I've been sitting here knitting, crocheting, occasionally going out for groceries, doing some writing, lots of reading. I was going to do book reports, but my back is killing me. I really threw it out. So, yeah, trying to reorganize my library. That was too much. All right, so I'm going to be reading from GASP, which is there's a half price coupon for GASP if you go to Smashwords. So this story is called Excalibur. I've got to get out of these clothes fast. "Ooh, honey, I knew you'd come around." Mishi raised an impossibly long leg, parting the silk kimono she usually wore around her apartment. She was probably nude beneath it. "Not yet. A little help here?" I struggled to peel off my favorite jeans. Mishi turned around. "Oh, shit, Ronnie. Don't get blood on that carpet. It's an antique." I yanked at my damn skinny jeans again. "I'm fine. Thank you for your concern." She flowed in that languid way that always made me jealous. "It would be easier if you put the sword down." I looked at my hand, unaware that I was still holding Excalibur. Yes, the Excalibur. I laid the gleaming blade on the hall table. It wasn't fair. No matter what happened, the blade was pristine, and I ended up covered in blood. Gotta love magic. "I'll burn the blouse," Michi sighed. "Why do you insist on wearing silk to a battle? I might be able to save the jeans. Fresh blood I can get out, but once it sets—" It wasn't supposed to be a battle. It was supposed to be my brother's engagement party. I even had a speech prepared. "Michael, you know I never liked Suzette, but if you want to spend the rest of your life shackled to a real witch, whatever. Except I just killed her father, so I'm guessing I won't be invited to the wedding." My emotions went wild while I showered. Excalibur had appeared to me, sticking up in that alley where a homeless man was being beaten. I'd pulled it out of the concrete and chased off the thugs. Ever since, when it was needed, the sword appeared close at hand. Apparently, so the Knights of the Round Table tell me, I am the only woman ever chosen by the sword, and the only one who has not been a trained knight. As if I had a choice. I would love to hand it off to one of them, but the sword does what it wants, when it wants. Great honor. Yeah, right. Great pain in the ass, more like it. At least it disappears when it's no longer needed. Still, it managed to make its way into too many police reports, like last week when I had to tell Sergeant Gutierrez that I had no idea why the suspect reported I came at him with a sword. He was drunk. There's not even any room on my duty belt for a scabbard, and besides, swords aren't standard issue police equipment in Oakland. He was not amused. "The Knights say I should be more respectful of the stupid thing. Personally, I think they're a bunch of overblown, self-important snobs. Come to think of it, maybe that's why the sword didn't choose any of them." I was washing my hair when Mishi leaned into the bathroom. "I just buzzed your boss in." I nearly dropped. Excuse me. I was drying my hair when Mishi leaned into the bathroom. "I just buzzed your boss in." I nearly dropped the hairdryer. "Is it?" She nodded. By the time the Sarge knocked on the door of our fourth-floor walk-up, my heart had stopped pounding in my throat, the color had returned to my face, and Excalibur was gone. I finished up the salad Mishi had started making. She was on the balcony with a tiny miniature grill blowing silk-scented smoke in her face. Sarge didn't waste any time. "Officer Blankensfield, do you know anything about what happened at—" He looked at his notebook and read off the address. The Szechuan place? That was my brother's engagement party." And what happened to your brother's future father-in-law? I cut off his head with Excalibur. Don't know, Sarge. Got into a fight with that witch that my brother plans to marry, and I left early. Sergeant Gutierrez stifled a chuckle. Witch? I put down the knife. I had already chopped the bell peppers into oblivion. I scooped them into the salad anyway. I toned it down, sir. I usually start it with a B. Well, witnesses say you chased Mr. Hellman down the street with a sword. It wasn't down the street. It was only into the parking lot. Again with a sword? Is this some sort of joke? Are there hidden cameras around here? I'd like to take a look around. I was about to ask for a warrant when Mishi spoke up. Sure, no problem. Sorry, we only have 2 steaks, or I'd invite you for dinner. Excalibur reappeared as soon as my sergeant left. You, I glared at it, are going to get me fired. I swear it winked at me. And that is Excalibur from GASP, an anthology of surprises. Again, it is the perfect Halloween read for teens and even preteens. Most of them are suitable for preteens. Um, there should be links in the description down below. Yeah, I am in so much pain I'm not thinking straight. So yeah. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this. I will hopefully try to get a a better episode next time, and I don't know when that's going to be. Let's see, what else news do we have book-wise? Um, Girl Unseen will be released in 20 days, 20 days and counting. Yep, Friday the 13th. I will be having a virtual online release party for that, and the cover will be released uh, as soon as I get it back from the cover designer. It's done. She's just doing a final check over of it, and she'll be getting me the file for the cover. My editor is just about finished with the editing, and it's looking really good. I am so excited. Uh, this was a NaNoWriMo project a few years ago, and I set it aside when stuff started happening and just picked it up and finished editing it. So uh, I will be releasing it right in the middle of another NaNoWriMo, which I have still not decided what I'm going to do. Um, Untitled, I might write Untitled, which is kind of a medieval fantasy, a little bit of paranormal in there, about a guy who had his title stripped from him and he's living in hiding, and how he and the rest of the people in the village who have no titles try to survive with all the political crap that's going on with the people who do have titles. So that might be it. Or Wicked Witch, um, which is why if I write Wicked Witch, I will be wearing this hat. If I'm writing Untitled, oops, because the girl is a spinner, hat's out of reach. I like to wear hats when I write. So if I write that because she spins wool, I have a hat that is made with wool that I spun myself. And the other one is, it's got cables. It's dark purple with a little bit of sparkle. And they're actually Japanese cables, not Irish cables. I also have matching mitts with that. The mitts are being blocked, so they are in the bathroom hanging up and drying. Uh, and I will show you those when I've got a little bit more light. Right now it is, what is it? 7:30, so it's a little bit dark. Uh, so Untitled is, oh, Middle of Nowhere. That's just a working title. I don't have a real title for that. And it is about a woman who is an author, and she's getting really tired of the series that she's been writing. Mm. So she's sitting in a coffee shop writing, and all of a sudden she finds herself on a spaceship in literally the middle of nowhere, and the spaceship is stuck. It is a fold ship, is what they call it, where it folds space. Um, Space is not um, not immovable. The way it works is that uh, space. Why do I have like five pairs of glasses sitting here? In order for a spaceship to get from here to here, they fold space so that the two areas of space are almost touching. They can't make them touch because that causes all kinds of issues, and the spaceship needs to leave one space before it starts going into another, because otherwise it is in two places at once and it can't do that. So the spaceship leaves normal space, goes into this fold area, and breaks down before it can get out the other side of the fold to where it needs to go, which is Earth. So it's coming from another colony and coming back to Earth, and it had folded space and got stuck. And so, in their attempts to refold space to get to Earth, they accidentally start pulling in people from Earth onto the spaceship. So, that's as much of the idea as I have. And you learn all of that, probably by page maybe 06. So, I have no clue how the story wants to go. I do have a few ideas, like what they think is a void is not a void. They've discovered that there are things there. There are thin, um, almost immeasurable, what they call fibers of energy. Um, and these fibers are fed off of by what they call void moths, um, because they don't know what to call them. And they suck up the energy, and they are attracted to the brighter the energy, like the brighter the light. They are attracted to that and they go find it. And of course, their spaceship is the thing that has the most energy. So the void moths go and start sucking the energy out of the spaceship. And that's just one of the problems that they have to deal with. Um, so yeah, that is completely the extent of everything that I have on that. There's no, I'm no, I have a character name. The character's name is Alicia Livingstone, not Livingston, Livingstone. And she writes what she thinks are very masculine adventure spy stories, and writes them under the name of Al Stone. And uh, let's see, when she thinks of herself and Al Stone as two different people. So when she thinks of herself as Alicia, she is timid and nervous and very insecure with some social anxiety. But then she pulls herself into the pseudonym of Al Stone and becomes strong and assertive and actually kind of bossy, uh, and brave. And so that's going to be fun to write, to see her switching back and forth between personalities as she's trying to make herself be bolder than she really feels inside. So that might be a fun one to write. And again, it's just a working title. I started thinking of it as "You Can Call Me Al." Got that from the Paul Simon song. And but they're in the middle of nowhere, so working title is middle of nowhere. So either Untitled, oops, forgot the second one. Um, Wicked Witch, Untitled, or Middle of Nowhere. Have not decided which one I'm going to write. I keep flip-flopping every day. So whichever one I am thinking of when I actually start writing on November 1st, that's the one I'm going to write. Unless you have any suggestions and would like to say, hey, write this one, that one sounds fun. So let me know what you think, and I will be back probably Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, but more likely Wednesday with the next episode. Uh, oh, and the winner for the giveaway did contact me, and I forwarded the name and address to Ooh Ah Crochet, and she will be choosing the final winner on November 1st. So check her out over at Ooh Ah Crochet on November 1st. All right. Anything else? Nope. That's all I can think of. I really should not record these things when I've been drinking, but that's the only way that I can sit up long enough because my back is hurting. So, yep, I will see you on Wednesday. Hopefully, bye.